Hello. Today we're gonna protect our good friend Umbria against Rome by offering them client status. See, now they are our client state and we will protect them against the Roman threat. Maybe even attack Rome for their honor so they can reclaim some of these lands and fix the borders. But meanwhile, while that happens, it is about time that we, with our amassed army, put an end to freedom in Iberia once and for all and integrate this last bit of land into our great Carthaginian Republic. It'll be an easy war, but a difficult one, as they've all joined a defensive league together to protect each other, except this one. France is also kind of close to unifying, which is kind of scary. And before we get back to conquering more cities, huge thanks once again to Age of the Origins, the sponsor of today's video. Thanks to them, I can finally upload more than once a week. It's great. Age of the Origins is a complex mobile game with an emphasis on alliance building and tower defense. And with a regular campaign in infinite mode, Age of the Origins can easily fulfill all your tower defense needs, though sometimes, as many intellectuals have stated, offense can be your best defense. So the game has many other elements such as cultivating titans, raising an army, and using that army in offensive battles against zombies. And the zombies aren't quite smart enough to set up complex tower defense networks, so we're in some luck. The game is available for iOS and Android, and there's a link and gift code in the description that you can use to check out the game for yourself. So we'll begin. We'll first declare war here and fight 3 nations. Umbria won't join. Wait, they're a disloyal subject? Why are they disloyal? They just willingly decided to join us. They have 2 separate levies of 1,000 men marching west. We don't really need to worry about them, but I'd prefer if they don't siege down our provinces. Yeah, that's good. We got a battle there. They won't enter our territory. We'll attack them here as they retreat, and we'll clear that up. We also have a lot of money. I would buy more mercenaries, but I realize they only allow you to have so many mercenaries recruited at the same time. This one will be more difficult due to the sheer number of people involved. It'll be pretty complex, keeping them all sieged down and wiping out all their armies, but it should be possible. And we have a massive fort line stretching all across Iberia, so they won't be able to push too far without getting stuck sieging down a fort, and then we can send our main legion to go deal with them. And once we finish this, then we can finally start removing all these forts and build forts over here. There's so many mountains that it's really easy to defend Iberia too. So as we invade Gaul, it will not be difficult. Here it is, the end of an era. They all join. Oh wait, I don't have a war goal. I probably should declare with a war goal. Wait, do I really not have a war goal on anyone? Okay, so that was a blunder on my part. I forgot to fabricate a claim on the region. We'll fabricate one claim and then we'll be okay. Yeah, they're starting to gather together. This is where it gets difficult. They have bought mercenaries, of course. We'll have to use our legion to deal with the mercenaries real quick. The thing that'll save us, though, is every single one of these Iberian tribes has about 4 to 6 investments in military tech, where we have 16 investments, so we'll have a massive discipline advantage over everything. The only thing that could really hurt us is mercenaries, but we were able to take out the 2 largest mercenary companies instantly before they could even get their morale up. Also, as we integrate cultures, we can get other military traditions. So we were able to get the Roman siege ability tradition, along with another siege tradition and some siege ability and military tech, so we will be able to take all their forts decently fast. But this still might have to be split into multiple wars due to war exhaustion and just the sheer amount of forts, but I'd prefer to clean it up all right now. We had a couple levies that had to retreat that were rather weak. We're fighting a battle that we should win here after we got this siege. They've hired more mercenaries that are causing problems elsewhere in Iberia, and it's really annoying, but I think, yeah, we're still not even going to take them out here. We've pieced out one of them, though, and annexed one, so they're getting weaker, and we should be able to take out Lugonia soon too. We just have to wait till September 641, 114 BCE. Yep, we'll finally force, oh no, or I guess maybe not. We really need to force a battle with these mercenaries. It's so annoying. Rome is still trading with us, which is very nice. I will gladly accept their money. They're a great trading partner, Rome is. I may have committed the worst border gore sin in history against them, but they're still annexing some of the territories. Macedonia finally won a war against them too and took all the Roman territory in Greece. See, maybe we can still all be friends. Macedonia likes us for some reason. I don't know why. We could maybe get an alliance with Macedonia if we wanted one. Okay, and now people that have been full occupied will start surrendering, which will limit the amount of random people walking around sieging down our territory. It's good, things are already looking better. There are only 3 or 2 forts left to siege down, and their armies elsewhere in Iberia are very low morale and can easily be destroyed by any even weak levy. And while that war wasn't particularly hard, we are pretty exhausted from that war and have a lot of aggressive expansion, so we will immediately disband all levies that we raised, send them back home, and start losing some war exhaustion. Also, to deal with the waning stability, we can do a divine sacrifice to make people happy. It won't quite make us go into the positive, but it'll at least stop us from dropping below 50. We can also pick a new military tradition, so we'll do more siege engineers, and I am going to delete all the forts in the region, destroy them all, so even if they do rebel, they'll have no forts to hide in. Lots of people are so disloyal we can't delete their forts. It's okay though, but we're going to basically remove all the forts in Iberia, besides a few strategic locations, and we'll replace them with mainly provincial legations to gain some administrative abilities and decrease disloyalty in the region, and eventually we should integrate everybody in Iberia, so this will become a very strong part of the Republic. And we're going to start importing a lot of wood to build a very strong navy. Well, and this game is a little bit different from other grand strategy games because my government decided by their own free will to vote to go to war with Egypt. I can technically veto it, but I would lose so much approval that it would destroy everything and probably cause a civil war. So now we're going to war with Egypt. Luckily my armies are over here, so that works. But they're kind of random. I was kind of preparing to go to war anyways, but I don't know, that was weird. Okay, so I think we're going to land in Alexandria and siege it down with some mercenaries. If the mercenaries get wiped out, no big deal. They lost in the service of the glorious Republic. It'll be fine. Wait, how big of a fort do they have here? What? A level 7 fort in Alexandria? The Egyptians are clearly not the Romans. That's a massive fort. Let's not siege that down. Let's siege this port down. And we're not gonna have time to accomplish too much because since we control the war goal and nothing has changed over here, no matter what we do, white peace will be enforced in about a year and a half. So we might as well just take this and end the war. And now we move to finally take Gaul. We have mercenaries ready to take the coast, and then our legions are prepared to take the center. But here we go. They have a few allies, but their allies are very, very small, and while it looks like they're big, they are very weak. And we just got done fighting Egypt, so compared to Egypt, this will not be a problem. Uh-oh. Okay, well, they appear to have some big armies. They've mobilized a lot of people. At least they're all divided. So we're going to change tactics to the safe approach, where we keep everything, all of our men, very close together and siege one fort at a time. Now they're sneaking down to our south. There's so many of them and no real good position to engage. I'll probably let them start sieging down this fort here, and then we can move in to attack them. The one saving grace for us, however, will be that even if they can field this many men, their economy won't be able to weather the storm forever. They'll be forced to give in eventually once things take a turn for the worse, and we've finally beaten them back. They haven't let this be an easy war, but you can't really go into it expecting that. Well, it was about time for Rome to have its first dictator, and in response there's a giant Roman revolt in the Balkans. I don't know who will win. It's impossible to tell. I don't think you can see how many armies either side has. I guess this would probably be a good time to invade them randomly. We have all of our armies right here. We could just march into their territory while they're having issues. Oh, that would be funny. Let's do it. Why not? Yeah, this was perfect timing. They're so distracted with the rather weak Roman revolt, but they can't deal with our armies. We should be able to sweep through, take everything we want, end this war before they can defeat the Roman revolt, or even better, the Roman revolt eventually defeats them. And Iberia now has collapsed. Our war against them was effective in shattering any sort of resistance. It would now be terribly easy to invade everybody here, and we don't have truces with any of these new nations that exist. You know, thinking about this, we're doing the right thing now. This is probably the best justification we've ever had in an offensive war. Of course, in those first wars, Rome was attacking us, so we were the defenders and didn't really need a justification. But here, we're saving the Roman Republic, reversing history, taking down the tyrant, fighting alongside the Roman Republic. Anyways, I think this has been a good campaign. We failed to reach the extent that Rome did at this time, but we still made a very powerful, stable republic. Our capital is not some super mega city, but it's decently powerful. We've owned Rome for over 100 years, and it's not really a giant city, and the people aren't that happy, but it's decently prosperous. Our economy is so good that we can just spend our money on whatever we want. We could even be super really cool and pass a reform here to make us even more of a democracy. That's nice. We'll also, I know this is gonna be crazy and very, very controversial, but we're going to go on to low taxes because we're so rich. We don't need the money. Anyways, that's all, and I will see you all next time.